Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome to my critical stage analysis video for Project and Portfolio 7. My name is Brandon Boren, and I'm going to go ahead and get started. So, this week, again, we're doing a lot of polish on the game. With it being PnP7, we're working with the art team and, just kind of trying to tie up all the loose ends that we know of on the game. One of the things that we have noticed on a lot of our playtests is that our players, whenever they're using our number keypads here, if they have a number pad on their keyboard, they automatically want to go to their 10 key and use that number pad. So I added that functionality to all of our keypads this week. Now, it was a pretty simple fix in the code. All I had to do is go in and add a check for if they're inputting the key code for the keypad buttons. What was a little bit time consuming on that took me more of the time was checking and making sure that it worked on all of the keypads that we have, not just the tutorial level, because we have at least one of these in each level. So I had to go through the game and make sure that changing the code functionality on that worked on all those keypads, and that kind of went with the playtesting and bug fixing aspect of it. Next thing that I did was change the tutorial prompt for broken glass in the convenience store. Again, we had a tutorial prompt for our broken glass trigger that this just stated the glass that I shattered all over the glass that I just shattered is all over the floor. Before it said it's a good thing that I'm wearing shoes so it won't hurt me. So that wasn't very directive to the player, seeing as we have the electric floors in some of the levels, and we've seen in some of our playthroughs where the players were a little bit confused as to handle those electric floors whenever they do already have shoes in their inventory and they haven't equipped them. So we kind of wanted to change it in the tutorial level, and we just updated it to say it will protect me from any hazards on the floor. Again, didn't take very long, maybe 10-15 minutes to actually get that done and make sure that it was implemented correctly. I also added a tutorial prompt in cell block A, which I had to make sure was working correctly. I had to move some of the stuff around in the player's cell to be able to get that to work, because we actually are getting a large amount of those tutorials in there. We're trying to keep it all into the player's cell due to the fact that we don't want the player having to deal with the tutorial prompts outside of his cell. So we've noticed that through our playtest that not a lot of people actually think to use the bars on the cell window to unlock, or I'm sorry, rather to bend the pin. So what I did was I rearranged this a little bit. I moved the rocks so that the colliders on these two aren't interfering with each other, as well as I had to move the trash can back here. That way it would be able to take its place. Added a trigger volume to the prison window here that basically just uses the tutorial script to tell the player that they can use their metal pin in conjunction with the window to bend it so they can get out of the room, or out of their cell rather. Another quick and easy thing that I'm not even going to switch back over to the tutorial. We had a typo in one of the tutorial prompts on there, and I just fixed that. Now, a lot of my time was actually spent on looking for issues with the guards. We've had some trouble with the AI in our levels, and I believe that two of our teammates had mentioned that they found an issue where a guard would get stuck in a suspicious state and would spin constantly, of just stand in place and turn in circles. So I spent a good time trying to duplicate that, and I was unable to. So I believe that it was fixed at the point that I was trying to play test that and find the bugs out. We also had a known issue where if there were two guards in a room, they would get stuck on each other because they were going to the same place that the player's ghost, quote unquote, was. So once they reached that destination and they hit each other, they couldn't go back into their searching state because of the fact that they had run into each other without actually fully reaching the destination. I was also trying to make sure that that wasn't happening anymore, and through my playtest it was not. I know that Chris actually fixed that issue. But other than that, time was just mainly spent on general playtesting and bug fixing, making sure things looked good, making sure that things were in the right place, kind of updating a couple of things, and moving things around to fit better. So yeah, that was my critical stage analysis. Thank you guys for watching, and have a good